What's going on, guys? Hope you're having an amazing day so far. Just got back from a workout, so I'm a little sweaty, about to go get some recovery in me, but before I do, I wanted to make a quick video. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me talk about recently how you should not set a resolution, but rather you should create the habits that'll create your life how you want to be. So let's talk about that today. Just got back from a 35-mile bike ride and a quick 3-mile run. Had a great time, made some progress, and gonna push even harder tomorrow and the workouts after that, because we have a main goal of qualifying for the Ironman World Championship in the 25 to 29 old age group in the next 3 years before 2020. So it's gonna be an awesome journey. Please follow me on Instagram at Kona Qualified. You can search Ryan Huff and it'll come up there as well. So let's rock and roll, man. So you might be asking yourself, okay, why should I not set a resolution? It seems like everyone and their mom sets a resolution whenever, the end of the year comes around, January 1st rolls around. Hey, let's set a resolution. People just do that so flippantly these days, right? And they say, you know what, I want to lose weight. I want, they're never really specific on that. I want to create my own business. I want to do this. I want to do that, which is great to have aspirations. I applaud you for that. But if you really ask yourself the question, let's say you did set a resolution January 1st to start, let's say it was losing weight, or whether it was starting your own business, or whether it is, how's your progress going? Are you moving closer towards it? If you are, I applaud you for it. That is amazing, because you're one of the few who do versus the many who talk. Now, unfortunately, most people, what they do whenever they set a resolution is they kind of get motivated a little bit, but around the 15th or 16th, today's January 16th, they fall off. And they just become another statistic that says most people don't follow through with the resolution, which is unfortunate, because we have so much power within us to make our lives magnificent. All it takes is follow through. All it takes is pushing to yourself. All it takes is going the extra mile. Then all it takes is creating the habits that'll get you to where you want to be. But most people, what they do is they get motivated and they don't know where to go. And so they start making a little bit of progress here. Then since they haven't fixed their daily habits, haven't fixed their daily agenda, they eventually fall back into the daily things that they were doing before, which is unfortunate, but that's the case for most people, unfortunate, but it doesn't have to be, which is why I want to encourage you to set the habits. So what do I mean by setting habits? So, we are what we repeatedly do, right? So excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Most people say, oh, he's an overnight success. Well, yeah, the overnight success that took 5 years in the making, right? Nothing ever happens overnight except, someone might win the lottery, right, one day, and then they're instantly a millionaire, right? Most things that are worth doing are worth being patient and are worth making consistent steps every single day until you achieve whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. Like for me, for example, I mentioned, just got back from a workout. I have a goal of qualifying for the World Championship by 2020. Now, I can't just expect to wake up one day, one day and be treading water in the bay in Kona, Hawaii, waiting for the cannon to go off and Mike Riley to say my name. You're an Ironman. I mean, that's a pipe dream. That's a dream of grandeur. It's never going to happen, because why? If I don't make the daily habits of waking up early, getting the workout in, making sure I'm pushing myself harder than I did yesterday, making sure I'm, getting the right recovery in, making sure I'm eating the right things, making sure I'm allowing my body to, consistently begin, making sure I'm, staying on top of things in order to make that progress to get to where I want to be, making the habits that'll get me to where I want to be, I can never expect to get anywhere. So what I encourage you to do is don't set a resolution. And like I said, if you have set one and you're following through and you're seeing progress, I applaud you for that. That is so awesome. You're doing great. Keep it up and don't stop until you get to your goal, man. That's what I encourage you to do. But if you haven't, what most people do when they set a resolution and they don't follow through on it, they then change their identity to someone that says, you know what, I'm the kind of person that doesn't follow through. And since they don't follow through, why would I want to set another resolution and just disappoint myself? So they kind of settle for mediocrity and they perpetuate those things. But that's the life that we don't have to settle for, though. And that's the life that I don't want you to have either. And that's the life that I'm not certainly going to settle for, because I know that I only have one life to live. But if I live it right, once is enough. And so that's why I created the Instagram and created YouTube to document my journey to qualifying for the World Championship, but also to inspire you to do the same in your life. Because I consider myself an average guy, but with but with an above average mindset, right? And so, but that's why I encourage you, don't set a resolution, and instead develop the habits that'll get you to where you want to be. So Ryan, you might say, well, Ryan, how do I develop the habits? Okay, well, what do you want to do? Be specific. Write it down. What is your goal? What is your end game? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want your life to be a month from now? Where do you want to be 3 months from now? What's your big game? Figure out where you want to be. Write it down. Be specific. Don't just say, I want to lose, I want to get thinner. Okay, well, let's, here's go run a mile. You'll lose a little water weight and get out of here. You got to be more specific. You got to say, what do I want? Write it down. Be specific. Be exact on what you want. If you say, you know what, I want a body that looks like a Steve Cook. I want a body that looks like a Dana Lynn Bailey. I want to look better than I am now. Or if you're in financial perspective, I want to be the next Sarah Blakely. I want to be the next, next Warren Buffett. Whatever it is, you can break out and do these things. But it's a matter of you have to develop the habits to get you to where you want to be. There's an old saying that says, the mindset, the way you thought right now has got you to where you want to be, to where you are today. But if you want to go to another step further, you have to change your mindset. You can't expect to keep thinking the way you do today and get yourself to where you want to be. I can't expect to only run 2 miles every week, bike maybe 5 miles every week, and then swim maybe 1,000 yards, and expect to, someday go to a full Ironman and then smoke it and, qualify. I wouldn't even make it past the swim because I hadn't been developing the habits. I hadn't been doing the processes necessary that will get me to where I want to be, which is qualifying for the World Championship. Same thing with the person that wants to lose the weight, or same thing person that wants to, make more money in their life. Okay, well, be specific. Be laser focused on your goal. Sorry, I was really I was writing in my nose is running like crazy, but no, it's you have to develop the habits to get you to where you want to be. You have to do these daily practices. Like me, for example, I wake up every single day. Fortunately, by the grace of God, I wake up every single day, and first thing I do before I check my phone, I make sure to visualize. Well, first off, I think about what I'm grateful for. I wake up, I'm like, all right, man, what are you grateful for? Literally asking myself audibly that question. What are you grateful for? I sit there and just name off things. Man, I'm grateful for the place where I work. I'm grateful for my mom and dad. Grateful for I could list my whole family. I'm grateful for my mentor. I'm grateful for my vehicle. I'm grateful for a body that allows me to do the things the sport that I love to do. I'm grateful that I have a roof above my head. I'm grateful that I have money in the bank. I'm grateful that I have the mindset that I do. I'm grateful that I'm diligent. I'm grateful that I'm determined. I'm grateful that I'm grateful. I just start thinking of things that I'm grateful for, man. I'm grateful that I live in the United States of America. I'm grateful that I just go through a whole list of things. And I start that with gratitude. Then I go from there. I start visualizing how I want my life to be like. I start visualizing myself qualifying for the World Championship. I start visualizing the relationship I want with my wife, having an amazing relationship with her. I visualize myself being an amazing parent, being a great example to others around me. I visualize how I want my life to be, making my first $1 million. I visualize those things, make it real to me. Dude, I can start crying thinking about those things. Why? Because the emotions dwell up inside me that I make it so real in my brain, and then I begin to do the things daily that I know will ensure my success. I make sure I listen to the right things, and make sure to get the influences right, make sure my thoughts, my focus, my influences are correct in order to get me to where I want to be. I can watch these guys like Lewis Howes, who's incredibly successful at his age. He's a younger guy, just like me. And other people that are, that are young guys too. I mean, I model their success. I see what they're doing differently and model that. Gary Vaynerchuk, I think that's his name. I apologize, Gary, if you're watching this and I just messed up your name. But I think of people that are doing things differently, that are getting different results, and I model them. So, I think of what I'm grateful for. I visualize where I want to be. And I'm a Christian, so I read my Bible every day because I know that there's growth in that. Specifically, I read a proverb and a book out of Proverbs every day as well, because there's wisdom in that. I mean, it's not just, it's not just thus saith the Lord this, but it was written by a guy named Solomon, who is the richest man who ever lived. Just look him up. There's a book called The Richest Man Who Ever Lived. I forget who it's by, but it's a book that you should read. And it talks about him and what he, gives, not just religious stuff, but it also gives, things that you should do daily. One of the things that I recommended, read a proverb every day. So that's what I do. And that helps me out in my spiritual walk. And so, but yeah, I try to do things, or not try, I do the things that I know are necessary to get me where I want to be. So I'm grateful. I wake up every day grateful, wake up every day and I visualize where I want to be, read my Bible, and also I pray and, spend time in prayer and, just pray for the people that I love, my loved ones, for my country, for police officers, all these kind of things, protection over those people. And, I just do things daily that I know will get me to where I want to be. But also, I don't just visualize and, all right, just sit back and relax and everything's going to be great. No. I visualize and then I take action, right? I read the books and I take action. I listen to things and I take action. I don't just let it be lip service to these things. I make sure that I develop the habits and do the things daily that I know will get me to where I want to be. And that's what it's awesome whenever you can see tangible results in your life. and you can see things happening, because what gets people excited is progress, right? I mean, that's one thing that I'm super excited about triathlon, is I can see myself tangibly getting, I can tangibly see the results of my swimming getting faster, my cycling getting faster, my running getting faster, my nutrition getting better. And it's just it's awesome to see that progress. And that's what I want for you, is for you to have progress in your life, to you to be inspired. I mean, it starts with motivation, that's one thing, but motivation is kind of like a warm bath, right? I mean, it only lasts for a certain amount of time and then it's gone. But if you're inspired, if you keep your why in front of you, your why will get you through those hard times. Your why will direct you to get you through when it gets a little rough. Your why will force you to get out of bed and get things done. It's like Eric Thomas says, I wake up at 3 o'clock every day. Why? Because his why is greater than that sleep, So find a reason to get up every day and go get it. Everybody has a dream, everybody has a goal. But once you get your why down, once you write exactly what you want, make it specific, make it purposeful, and then start to develop the habits that'll get you to where you want to be. So if you say, like going back to the health thing, if you say you want to lose weight, you want to make sure you want to get shredded, you want to get ripped abs, you want to get bigger arms, you want to get a better butt, you want to get better legs, whatever it is, you got to figure out, okay, now what is necessary for me to do in order to get those results? Would I have to stop eating, would I have to stop eating less Snickers? Would I have to start drinking more water? Would I have to start exercising more? What is it? Figure it out. Model someone who's been successful in that area, do what they would do, get the same results, speed up time. Guys, I really encourage you to do this. I really encourage you to develop the habits, but first of all, take an inventory check of yourself. Figure out where you are. Write down where you want to be. Be specific. And plaster it up somewhere where you can see it. Plaster up that, put up that goal where you can see it every single day, and you pass by it and say, all right, this is where I want to be. Write your why down. Why do you want the better body? Why do you want the better finances? Why do you want a better relationship? Whatever it is, write it down, get your why, and then develop the habits that'll get you to where you want to be. And you'll start to, what's so cool is whenever you start to see that progress, and then it starts to just influence your life and make you a better person all around, because you start progressing. And the more you start progressing, people can see that because it boils up in you, right? And so, I mean, people say all the time, Ryan, you're just you're so happy all the time. Because, dude, I'm excited about life. I'm excited about where I'm going. I'm excited about the future I have ahead of me. I'm excited about meeting my future wife. I'm excited about qualifying for the World Championship, making my first meal. I'm excited about these things, and I want you to have an amazing life, and one that is not mediocre. I want you to have one that is truly magnificent. That's what I want for you. I know it's possible, and you can totally do it. So don't stop. Make your life magnificent today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please develop the habits that'll make your life magnificent. If you have any questions, please feel free to follow me on Instagram and direct message me any questions that you might have. I'd love to help you out if I can. And it's all about making you better together, better every day. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done it, please follow me on Instagram, Ryan Huff. Just search Ryan Huff or Kona Qualified, and KONA Qualified. And love to have you. Love to have your support. Thank you so much for this continual support y'all always give me. And next several years are going to be amazing. So hope y'all having a great week. We'll talk to y'all soon. See ya.